Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific calls for stronger ties in the region to boost growth as it sees moderate expansion this year and next. We have more from Jekki Pascual.
Asia-Pacific is expected to have modest growth this year and the next. Because of uncertainties, the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific reports developing countries of the region will grow by 5% this year and 5.1% in 2018. UNESCAP Economic Affairs Officer Shubhajit Banerjee says there's a prolonged weakness in external demand amid rising protectionist measures in the US and the UK.
If there were to be protectionist moves by the developed countries, then our growth could move down in the Asia-Pacific by 1.2 percentage points from about 5%. So that's a very big impact.
And to lessen the impact, Banerjee says it would be good for Asia-Pacific to look within the region and strengthen domestic and regional drivers of economic growth. He adds enhancing trade with ASEAN is a good step forward, but countries must also reduce barriers for trade. The region, he says, can also look at China through the Asian Infrastructure and Investment Bank. Philippine Institute of Development Studies President Gilbert Lianto says President Duterte's visit to China next week is a good sign for the country's infra projects.
AIIB is a potentially good source, and we should try to cultivate it.
But in order to further achieve economic growth, both Banerjee and Lianto say policy changes are also needed, particularly in tax collection.
You cannot talk of large-scale infrastructure development, of providing social protection coverage without the resources. We have to finance it from our own pockets because in the first place, the borrowing has to be paid.
They can make their tax structure much simpler, increase the tax coverage so that more people are paying tax, bring people from the informal sector into the formal sector so that they can pay tax.
Lianto and Banerjee add improving fiscal policy and enhancing relations with Asian neighbors are vital for the region's long-term economic potential. Jekki Pascual, ABS-CBN News.
Facebook has taken its fight against